My name is Nick Johnson. I'm 22 years old. I'm from Eastern Oregon originally, a little small town, LeGrand, Oregon. I just recently moved down here to Las Vegas to break into the comedy scene. I've been doing stand-up for about 2.5 years now, and it's always been a dream of mine, and I figure that this is the best place to do it. You know, vote for me for the next top comic here in Las Vegas.
All right, well, my name is Nick Johnson. I'm 22 years old, and I fart when I'm nervous. I am in college. I'm a liberal studies major in college, and for those of you that don't know what a liberal studies major is, it's a major that was created for people like myself that change their major depending on how hard the classes are. When I first came to college, I wasn't always a liberal studies major. When I first came to college, I was a musical theater major, or as my parents called it, gay. And I never understood why they felt that way about it until I started realizing how excited I would get over the parts I was cast in. Like, other people would look at the cast list and get all discouraged because they were cast in a secondary role instead of a lead. I, on the other hand, was so excited to have a role, I'd just come home, "Daddy, I'm a tree!" That's a tree in the breeze. No, I am a college student and a comedian, which means no money. So up until recently, I was still living with my parents. There's a lot of things that can go wrong when you're living with your parents at my age. I always felt that the worst thing for me was bringing girls home. Because, you know, I'd meet a girl, I'd bring her home, and then as soon as we get out of the car, I have to explain to her that I'm really into Christmas because my dad still hasn't taken down the lights. We get inside, we start making a little bit of small talk. She's like, "So are you close with your parents?" I'm like, "Sure." She's like, "Where do they live?" I'm like, "Down the hall." She's like, "This is their house?" No, I bought a 4-bedroom in the suburbs on all the money I make from changing my major. We start going at it a little bit. She gets all nervous. She's like, "Aren't they gonna hear us?" I'm like, "I hope so. They think I'm gay." So speaking of women, I am actually in a relationship. My girlfriend and I just had our 2-year anniversary. Yeah, and you know, since we hit 2 years, a lot of people have been coming up to us and saying, you know, being in a long-term relationship is like being in prison. And I'm always like, why is that such a bad thing? Because you really got to think about it. If my relationship is like prison, that means I get my meals on time, I sleep in the same bed every night, and I get surprise sex in the shower. That's pretty awesome. So things are going good with us, though. We've actually hit the point now where she says that we can get a dog, which I'm really excited about. Not because I've ever been partial to a specific kind of breed. I actually don't even care what kind of dog it is. I just hope that it's of use to me in some way. So I've decided that I want to get an ex-police dog so it can help me find my weed. I actually don't smoke weed anymore. That was just a bit of a joke. I don't smoke anymore because I realized how much it affected me. You know, like, after I quit, it took me 2 years before I realized that Fox News wasn't a comedy. So I was on Craigslist recently looking at some of the job listings that they had on there, and a buddy of mine comes up behind me and says, "What you doing, dude? Looking at dicks?" And I said, "Okay, first of all, we're in a Starbucks, so if you could keep your dick shenanigans to a minimum, that'd be great. Number 2, what the hell are you talking about?" And he goes on to explain to me a portion of the Craigslist website that I had no idea about. It's called Casual Encounters. I don't know if you've ever heard about this, but it's a portion of the website where you could put a picture of yourself and your information online, and somebody will contact you looking for anonymous sex. And I thought, how creative for the makers of Craigslist to make a website where you can look for a real job and a blowjob on the same site. Not at the same time, because that's just gross and dangerous. Long story short, I sent my resume to this girl I was trying to get with and a picture of myself to Wells Fargo. She was confused, but I got the job. That's it.